So this is a very unique response. We have the entire Alaska Organized Militia that have responded eagerly and willingly to this response. We have the Alaska National Guard, which is Army and Air National Guard, the Alaska State Defense Force, and the Alaska Naval Militia, and this is a combined effort from the entire organization. We have over 100 people that have responded and activated to this response out into the community, and we have several hundred more that are behind the scenes doing hard work all the way down to the smallest unit level on the Army and the Air Guard side, getting people on state active duty. Our JOC, Joint Operations Center, is fully stood up, and it is all hands on deck. Everybody is supporting and trying to help Alaskans in their time of need. So far, we have evacuated 283 displaced Alaskans from those two villages using our Alaska Army Guard helicopters. We have 4 Army Black Hawk helicopters and 1 Army Chinook helicopter that has been helping bring people out of these villages who have lost their homes and all of their belongings and bringing them to shelter at Bethel. This morning we had another 210 displaced Alaskans that we were able to evacuate back to J-Bear, Alaska. We have a couple more flights that we have planned. C-17 is loading up passengers as we speak and bringing them back to Anchorage, and we have more flights that are scheduled tomorrow and the next day. In Bethel, there are so many people that are without homes that are being brought into the community without anywhere to stay. So our Army Guard Armory is sheltering up to 150 people, providing shelter, food, and bathrooms. All of our Alaska Guard members and Naval Militia members and our State Defense Force, these are people that are from the communities. They have friends in the communities, they have family, they have childhood memories, and a lot of their memories are going to be a memory now. They're all there helping and doing what they can to support. So some of the supplies that the Alaska National Guard has been delivering to these communities has been food, water, fuel. We've been also transporting maintenance to help get some of the generators back going again. These communities are without power and they are very limited on their food. Some of these communities have less than 72 hours worth of food and 1 to 2 days worth of fuel to power the generators. We've also been sending tents, Arctic tents we have out in Bethel for any additional support, but however, we're using our armory space for all sheltering operations. So our goal is to get everybody who wants to be evacuated back to Anchorage via C-17. We have people who want to stay in Bethel and go to other communities, and I believe the corporations are helping them get to the places that they want to be. However, the Alaska National Guard and the Organized Militia is doing what we can to get everybody into Anchorage if they choose to do so. For those that are in Bethel who are unable to get transported out via C-17, we have shelter operations stood up at the Armory, and we can shelter up to about 150. And we're also augmenting the local churches as well with food distribution and just overall help in some of the churches that some of these people are sheltering in. We're going to continue shelter operations in Bethel until all Alaskans no longer need shelter support. We also plan to continue to stay in Bethel and be there for the state's needs at the state's request to help rebuild these communities in their time of need. This is not a mandatory evacuation, but we are helping anybody who needs to get out of the small communities using our Army Guard helicopters to bring them to Bethel. And then from Bethel, anybody who is willing to get on a C-17 who wants to be evacuated, we're going to help them get back to conditions in Anchorage. Those who are willing to stay behind or who want to stay in their communities, we support that as well, and we're doing what we can to help shelter them and transport them to where they need to be. So future evacuations are going to be at the request of the incident commander. So we're working together with the state on a prioritized list of those communities that need the most support. And so we are going to continue operations as long as we need to get people to safety. Like I said earlier, we have C-17s that are scheduled through the weekend to help with this evacuation.